Into Life Supply videos. Of course, this is again Teacher Kent coming at you. So this is our recommended videos where I recommend a book, a TV show, a movie. Let's see, a book, TV show, music, movie, and then of course theater or animation. So of course, if you're watching along, please check the other videos out. I'll link them above what I've recommended so far. So today, I think will be the first time I'll have a TV show that's not a sitcom, a situation comedy. But let's see. So first off, this book, this is actually a bilingual version of it. This is the book I'll recommend for today. Sorry. Before I continue off my choices of recommendations and why, don't forget to give us a like below so that we know you're enjoying these videos. So of course, this is a famous one. If the world were a village sorry, if the world were a village of 100 people, I don't know if this is popular around the world, but in Japan, it became very popular about 10 or 15 years ago. There was I think it's a Japanese person in Chiba in Japan, where he would write an email, weekly email to the parents of his students. He was an elementary teacher, and one of the emails was popular enough among the parents, they started spreading around the internet to different parents and different friends of parents and coworkers. And eventually, one of them contacted a publisher and got it actually published into a book. So, what if you shrunk the 8 billion people on the planet down to 100 people? What would it look like? I think maybe some of these statistics are out of date now, but it's kind of quite interesting. If you see here, sorry, I'm trying to open up one of the pages like here. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, yes. For example, it says here. So if you can read here, the Japanese says, but in English it has my book is bilingual actually. 61 of so if the world were a village of 100 people, 61 will be Asians, 13 will be Africans, 13 will be North and South Americans, 12 will be Europeans, and the remaining one would be from South Pacific. Of course, but it has lots of facts and figures like that. But it's interesting to help kids and also to help adults realize what a small world it is. Like, for example, if you graduate from college, if you graduate from college and own a car and own a house, you're drastically one of the small percentages in the world. And it teaches you to understand others, of course. So, of course, let me open up here and show you what I'm looking at. Of course, here we go. This is, I'll link this in the show notes, but this is all the different things like 52 would be women, 48 would be men. So all the different facts in this book, which teaches, especially if you want to read this to your children, it will teach them against being mean to other groups, of course. And for the TV show today, I want to recommend is Criminal UK. So there's several versions of this, as you can see, I think here. There's a French version, German, Spanish, and the UK has two versions. They were all on Netflix, I guess, or they're on Netflix. I think now you can watch them. Yeah. Here we go. Netflix police procedural drama. Yes, France, Germany, Spain, UK, and as you can see, the first seasons of all of them came out at the same time, September 20, 2019. I haven't watched all these shows, but I thought this was interesting for English learners to watch because, like this, the whole drama is only in three locations, either in the room where he is now interviewing the murder suspect, or behind the window. You can see some people here behind the window watching him, or in the hallway, police detectives talking to each other. So it's showing a realistic police drama. So, of course, this maybe is not suited for kids, but of course, if you're an adult or a college student, yeah, it's very interesting to watch how they talk to each other, how the policeman is trying to convince them to give up evidence or to confess to the crime, maybe. It's, I think, how most crimes are solved. A lot of police shows are unrealistic, where they go out and chase the person and find DNA, but I think most cases are solved this way, where they convince them by talking. And it's a great show to learn English by talking. So, of course, I'll link these in the show notes. For the music today, this is Justin Bieber, I thought. Here, let me stop it. This, of course, Justin Bieber's page, of course, with 70 million followers. Yes. So, but of course, I recommend him. He is English because he's Canadian. His English is probably easy to understand. And as you know, if you're following this, I recommended people like Ed Sheeran, who wrote songs for Taylor Swift, who I recommended before. He also wrote a song that Justin Bieber uses, which is a great song. I love it. So it's got his music has some great lyrics, and also I think easy to understand, especially on normal speed. So of course, if you want to practice your pronunciation, you should of course listen to music and sing with the music. Then of course for movies today, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I found it by accident. As I just had available afternoon, and I wanted to watch a movie, and I'm like, "What's available? Meet the Parents." Exactly this poster. I'm like, "Well, I know Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro, but I don't know about this movie." When it first came out, it wasn't advertised as much as the sequels were, this part two and part three. So I thought, "Oh, I'll try it out." And I guess the whole movie time, I was unstoppable laughing. It was a great scene. It's about, so Robert De Niro is the father-in-law, future father-in-law. He's going to meet Ben Stiller, which is the future son-in-law, and two different families. They're going to have a wedding party, and two different families, how they communicate with each other. It's kind of a great way to learn English, watching different families communicate, similar to the Modern Family TV show I recommended before. Then, of course, so now, okay, so just to recap, of course, 100-Person Village for the book, Criminal for the TV show, Justin Bieber for the music, Meet the Parents for the movies, and last up, the animation, Blue's Clues. This was not exist when I was young, but it's from Nickelodeon Jr., I guess, same as, you can barely see it here, but Dora the Explorer, I'm going to read in my reading series that comes out every Thursday, but it's the same company. And Blue's Clues, as you can see here, I'll link these, both the Wikipedia and also their page on my show notes for this video. But of course, it's very interesting that if they still do it, the one I watched years ago, I watched my friends' children watch this show, and I was surprised that it's very interactive. A lot of shows exist nowadays, but in the 90s, when it first came out, I was shocked. Like, Blue's Clues, he's going to say, "Can you help me? Can you help me? Do you see anywhere? Do you see a cap? Do you see a baseball cap anywhere? Oh, that's right. It's on my head. There you go. Thanks for the clue." Or a map. "Can you find a map of America? We need to find out where Tennessee is." "Oh, there it is. Okay, let's zoom on Tennessee." So it seems like you're in the video. So, of course, it's a great way to learn English for any age, I think. So, again, please watch these, and so they'll help you learn English. So thanks again for coming to these videos. Don't forget, I hope your English study is going well. So don't forget to subscribe, and here's some other recommended videos, and here's some popular videos on our site. So thanks again, and good luck with your studies. See you tomorrow.